So that's why from the heaven and from the stars, we took the whole system to put it on earth. And this is the plan we have now. We are responsible of the creation and bring the knowledge and the connection here to this planet. If we make it well, we are not only helping humanity, we are also helping the whole galaxy. So to do that, we must remember, we came from the consciousness of God. And we realize we are God. And start expansion. And expansion creates the frequency. Like Asian people say, oh, that it was not like that. It was harder, stronger. This is sound frequency. So here we are. Spirits. The spirits. And the spirits make the magnetism. The magnetism is love, because it's transformation and movement. Remember, everything that transforms itself is love. And when somebody hates, it's because cannot love. That's why, that's because we are not feeling free. So freedom is love. But the most important freedom is not the freedom of our bodies. It's the freedom of our own beliefs of what we are. And it is to be free of our personality. This is the most difficult part. The green one is transformation, which means energy. So the energy starts to make light. Light is the second phase of the universe. And light from brightening is geometry. Because it's the light and expansion, and then start to, how do you say?
Make forms. Shapes.
To make shapes. To reflect. That word. Yeah, to reflect and make the geometry. The geometry makes the time. Remember, the time density, the temporal density is love and constant transformation. That's why we choose the way of evolution, because we are love. So, everyone who wants to be always the same is not love. Then we have that geometry is wisdom. Love is transformation. And geometry is the wisdom. And both together create the whole being. So we need to gather both. Because when the love was the king of the universe, it was the chaos. Because everything was like this. Like when you get in love, we are chaos. And geometry gives order and truth at purpose of that creation of love. Yeah. So we need both. When both appears together, start the fourth. And this is the first one. Sound, light, and form. This shape is the co-creation. The geometry goes like this, and then reflection like this. Sacred Trinity. This for this one, yeah, is a creation of dimensions, perspectives, but no purpose, just wandering. When we have that, is the first intuition of the universe of the feminine pattern. That is the feminine. The first energy of the universe is feminine. Is the matrix, which means matter, mom. Yeah. So this one is the womb. Here is the vagina, and here the ovary, the womb. And in the culture we have the cow. The cow. And the cow is the mother of the culture. And then when the mother talked too much, they became the demon. Yeah? So when the woman was dancing around the cow, it was the demon. Things we need to heal. Now for sure all those witches are professionals of energy, healing energy. And that one is the masculine. Yeah, this is the purpose and the co-creation. That both together is a being. Merkaba, as you say. So, love and wisdom. When love appears, start to make it move. And when wisdom appears, it puts an order, a mission, a purpose. Yeah? So, both together. If we are only love without wisdom, we are a mess. Okay? And this is the potential, which makes it circle. Even more until the circle. Yeah? But we cannot activate our potentials if we don't know how to use our basic potential. We love this one. This one is telepathy. This one is the teletransportation. Yeah, connection with the high. I don't remember. Well, but the problem is we know how to use our hands and our feet. If we don't know how to use our hands, feet, head, and genitals, we cannot activate the other ones. That's why we are still working with the give and the receive, the future and the past, and the consciousness and sex. Earth. Because we don't know how to use it. One day we will have that. This is the way of expansion of the universe, which is also a galaxy, a planet. Like this. I don't know if you were here when that happened. I don't. This is Earth and this is Moon. That's the first time that crashed. And here in this water, remember I was talking about the whole thing, that we are all the same. This is the first time we came as a planet. This is the same way that the whole spirits came to the planets. You remember when I say the waves of frequency, the spirit. Well, this is the water. Anything that has water in this planet is alien. You know that? The water is not from this planet. So you are 70% alien. You have the energy of the whole galaxy traveling around in comets, and the moon brings them. So we are inside the whole galaxy. But when the water, the spirit, came here, it crashed in energy. So start the life, which is the soul, and then the system, which is the bodies, evolution. Yeah, it's the same. So the spirit came to the life, always the same. That's why the spirit always thinks in sex. Remember that. Ready? The problem is that 2,500 years ago, humanity started to want so hard to go back to heaven that they say that everything below from here was bad. So they start to levitate and go up. And the spirit came here and came and lived an idea, but never could go down. Even priests stop bringing the spirit. This is biology. Yeah, so the energy starts to stop here, and this taboo, no touch this. So when that happened, in the moment that the spirit of the earth in these times is coming again, suddenly it was so hard, the energy of the spirit, that this broke. And 2,000 or 3,000 years of energy here went there. So we are living now one of the most sexual histories in our. And why is that? Because we were 3,000 years trying to avoid it. So now we need to recognize that when you feel the most energy here, the hypothesis is only thinking in reproduction. Yeah? But the problem is that when the whole energy goes down, it's the same that breaking a wall in a lake. You know how do you say the word?
War in the lake.
Lake, wall, and river.
Yes.
Правильно, тут хочет dam.
Okay.
Тут
Yes.
хочет есть.
If it grows, the whole water came.
Уса
And killed
вода.
everything. So we need again to be in balance. Heaven on earth. Yeah, but in balance. That's why the universe is like this and not like this. So we must remember that if a comet coming to the earth start with life, we are doing the same. And if then transform the body into continents, this will bring inside of us the organs and glands. So if here, human lives in the earth, and from outside we cannot see us, in our body we also have humans. And the used to are the white glóbulo blanco, ¿cómo se dice?
White cells.
White cells and neurons, because we are the consciousness of the planet. So think about that. When what you are doing to your body is what humanity is doing to the planet. If you start to care about your body, you start to care about the planet. If you transform from within the body, if you transform from within your body, you can transform the earth. That's why, as a sacred trinity, we have remember three things: the sun,
Бог,
light,
светлава,
and form.
облика.
And from the form, we have three ways that our body can have the whole thing. The first one is that if the sound is the frequency, then the light is the energy. And the form is the DNA, the atom. To change the form, we can change it from within here. So to change our whole planet, we need to think about what makes alive our planet. And every being in this planet needs to eat. And what you eat becomes your blood. And your blood transforms the DNA. Yeah? And the DNA wakes your potential. And so your potential makes you a conscious being acting in the whole planet to change the planet. And not to change because we think that the planet is bad now. Remember, it's because time, love. It's because the earth loves us that we, loving her, needs to change it. Yeah, it's evolution. Evolution is love. So to make it, we need to eat different. And if the frequency and the truth is in the light, because we are looking for the light, because everything to get united looks for the light, we need to know that if we eat things that are too much processed in the planet, they have not much light. So we need to eat more light. But when you eat light, it's kind of boring, because it's like no tasting, nothing. It's like it's difficult. So we need to look for these meals that has more light. So to change the reality and activate our potential, we need to eat more fruits and seeds. Why? Because they are the product of the light. Then if an animal eats this, the energy is processed in an emotional way. So if we are trying to go back to the universe, just eating emotions makes the path harder, difficult. So if we really want to go there and transform and help the earth, we need to eat up our potential. But this is only if your body is asking for it. Because if your mind wants that, you also won't get it. You will be sick. Because your body is who rules here, who knows how to survive. So the better way in which the spirit and the soul can listen the body is to listen what the tongue is saying to you. Which flavors you have in the tongue is what your body needs. Because maybe your mind wants to be vegetarian, but your body wants a stick. Because maybe your body needs to be here, anchored here in the earth with emotions.
Tudi čustveno.
Then is breathing. Breathe is the other way in which the potential starts to activate. Yeah, because of the oxygen. The oxygen has the information of the light of the environment, and when you breathe, you transform yourself because of the environment. That's why it's breathe better, deeply, and with consciousness. So you change your blood and you regenerate your blood. And the third one is to activate your blood, which is love. Like this. Okay? It's not love, it's love.
It's laughing.
Yeah? Laughing activates the whole energy until 7th dimension. Yeah? That's the only way to get so high in the frequency. So that you need to laugh of yourself, because you are transforming yourself. If you laugh of the other one. So these are the 3 keys for changing the form by consciousness with the activation of the vowels. Okay, it's so simple that human made it difficult, but it's good because difficult is funny. So at these 3 things, 4 or 5 things, the sound, the consciousness, and changing the form, then you can put it anything, like I don't know, energy workers, channeling, therapies, whatever you have, whatever you learn, everything came here to help to get this. And if we do all the same, it will be so boring that each one of you has one different tool. So this is another important thing. I know we have a lot of masters, guides, but all of them will talk to you about to trust yourself. Yeah. So this is the most important thing. You must trust yourself to feel your part in the plan. Okay. Then the planet. This is our new mother. Lots of us came here because we thought it was funny. We thought, wow, there is a place where you could live in just one life, everything. And most of us says, I want to be born there. The problem is that you cannot, you don't know how to go out. But I don't know why you start to love this planet. And why you start to love this planet? Because it allows you to transform every day. There's no many planets where you can learn in just one day so many things. Here the speed is so cool that you can learn a lot of things. So what do we need to learn about this? That this planet was created before us. So the biological structure of this planet create our biological structure. And there we choose to be born, transform the energy of our body and our system. And while we are recognizing that we must do this, on doing this, we are helping this body too. So my part in this plan is to help people to remember that you are just another organism in this big organism. That humanity is like neurons or a virus, as you want. That planet needs us as we need the planet. But if in the next 1,000 years we do not make our job, something will happen with us as our body used to make also with our organism. And that is that the planet literally will have diarrhea. And diarrhea will be us. It's not such a good thing, but it's also good.